All right, thank you, Prof. Dr. Akinshiju, I'm wondering how soon you think Nigeria can begin to see the dividends, however little, however, trickling they might be, the dividends of its participation at the WEF 2025? And in what areas might those be?
Yeah, well, one, it's, I think the most important thing is that it always availed Nigeria, the opportunity to market itself. But again, on what are the punchline, for that marketing? What are the unique selling points, the USP, for the marketing? This is where we had issues. The global community had always treated us with much disdain and suspicion, believing that our economic paradigm is not exactly too friendly, to even private investments. Well, now we went to Davos 2025 with a new package, with a new economic personality. Here we are open for business. We are opening up our economic space for market forces, and that basically is what private investors understand. Historically, we had had a limitation in terms of FDI drive, foreign direct investment drive. Yes, when it talks of portfolio investment over the last few years, we have seen some credible improvements, especially with the management of our NPRs and all that. But the truth of the matter is, we've lacked the influx of the real kind of fund we need, the foreign direct investment that comes into equity, that comes into partnership, productive partnership, and all that. Now, it is based on this kind of the new paradigm that we are talking about. We are no longer interested in capital control, for instance. We are no longer interested in government allocating resources, for users of forex and all that. We are saving so much from subsidy. Rather than subsidize consumption, we want to subsidize social development, social index, education, health, and all that. Now, to the average private investor, these are understandable communication, that he or she can relate with, and of course can project as, okay, this is a strong template for profit making. So if a jurisdiction that was known for capital control is now saying, come in, the market will determine your access to whatever you brought in. When you bring in money, when you bring in your foreign exchange, you are free to take it out without any form of restriction. It's news, it's good news. So to a large extent, we have been able to say this to a large population of investors. And I think whatever the case may be, there's going to be a vertical and horizontal linkages with the Nigerian economy and, of course, with the African larger economy. If you are talking about the African free trade area, we are not just talking about black African participants. We will see foreign investors that will want to invest in any African jurisdiction, and Nigeria being one, so as to be able to, of course, to take advantage of the free trade area. And then, of course, there was a lot of talk around our tax bill, our coming tax bill. No private investor would hear or read the content of that tax bill that will not be attracted to this jurisdiction. So we expect larger flow, of FDIs into the economy. And we have always been praying, those of us that have been following the economy, we have always been praying that it is when you have this particular kind of inflows into the economy that you can actually have prosperity start taking root in the Nigerian economy.